What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video, and parameter missions are here. They have amazing rewards, but they're kind of tough to hit, but we have a tool, FFBE equipped, to help figure out if we can hit those things, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so I'm here to teach you guys today what parameter missions are and essentially where you can check them out and what you can get, because there are some great things you can get from there. You want to go up here to your quest, where your daily quests are, your rookie quests, your advanced quests, and you want to head over to parameter quests. This is something new, and what this means is you have to hit a certain stat threshold when you enter battle for these to pop off and for you to get the rewards, and the rewards are absolutely insane. A few things here: you can't have a friend unit count as one of these rewards. It'd be awesome if it could, but that's not going to be allowed. And also, you have to have it when you go into battle. You can't go into battle with, like, let's say this one's 14,000 HP. You can't go into battle with like 13,000 and then buff your HP in some way and then win the battle. It will not claim this reward. So those are two caveats you need to be aware of when you're doing this. Now, looking at these rewards, they're actually quite insane. We can see a bunch of UOC tickets you guys can get a hold of, along with a lot of TMR or STMR quality items. One of the ones I've claimed here, you have to have 2,650 attack, which I know is a lot for some people out there. But once you get that, you get this Excalibur. Now, this is a third Excalibur. Some people are out there thinking, you know, what do we do with this? Why do we have so many Excaliburs? Well, this one's going to be a lot different than the Excalibur, the other ones that we've had. It's 160 attack, light elemental, two-handed weapon. So again, why are two-handed weapons so much better than one-handed weapons? You get a higher damage variance. You pretty much add an entire, like, you know, on average, you're going to be adding like a 1.6 times multiplier. That's like a killer ability or more if you get lucky. That's like on average to your damage calculations, okay? That's when you're using a two-handed weapon. And the problem we had in the past with things like Cloud's STMR, or which, you know, they have their pros and their cons. You would always have to imbue, right? You would have the two-handed weapon and you would have to imbue onto that weapon. Well, guys, if you're out there and you can get that high of attack, you guys get an STMR quality one. You will not have to imbue if you want a light chain, okay? That's something else you can grab onto. You guys can go through the entire list, check out the quest and the rewards yourself. They are definitely worth it, and it's pretty much just for achieving E-Peen status, you know what I mean? But you know, it can be hard out there trying to put all of your different materials together, all of your different equipment, trying to reach the right thresholds. Do I need this Esper? Do I need to increase this stat? Well, today I have something from Lyguard, who is the creator of FFBE Equip. We're going to talk about what that website is and how it can help you guys when getting these parameter missions. Alright guys, so we've arrived on the website. Now you can go to this website on mobile, obviously in your mobile browser, or on the your web browser on your PC, and it is called ffbeequip.com. And you've probably seen Hal or myself use it a lot. A lot of people are already aware of this, but this is a fan-made, community-made website. Lyguard, bless his heart, honest to God, I don't know how he does the things he does, but this will allow you to build a unit. So for example, or search a unit, you can actually input your own units, which we'll talk about in a minute. But if we go over here to the unit builder, and again, because the parameter missions are out, this website's gonna run a little bit slower for the time being, because they literally were just released. So there's a lot of people in here using this amazing website, trying to use it for what it is. So you're gonna load into this website here, and this is just for general use. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna be like, okay, I wanna make 2B, and I want her to have as much physical damage as she can, and I want to build her up. So I can just click build, and what that's going to do is go through, use some CPU, and build me the absolute best, highest damage, physical attack damage 2B that I want. Okay, and that's how amazing this website is. And if you put in your inventory, if you put in your units, if you put in your equipment, there are two ways to do it: manually, which means typing it all in, or you can have it like take it from your account, which we'll talk about in a minute. It will actually only use, these are only my items, okay? And these are actually my enhancements from Item World, and you can type those in too if you would like. And you can do all kinds of stuff. Like, for example, if I'm like, I don't really want to be using the Subservient, I think it's stupid, I just click this, and then I click build again, and there we go. It replaces everything to build it again, because now it's got to rethink, like, okay, so if we're not using the Subservient, how do we get the most damage? And this can do a lot of stuff. Like, we can go here and type in big old Wilhelm, 7-star here, and let's say I want to make him, and it goes really in depth. We're not going to get into that. I just want to give you a general understanding of how this website works. I just want to build him as much HP as I can, right? And you can go to custom goal, and again, I don't want to get into this too much, but we can make it maximize HP with defense, right? And that will help us do what we need to do. But we can just click build here, and it's going to build up my, sorry about that, guys, I had to take a cough break. Anyway, it'll build up my Wilhelm with the most HP that I want. Boom, 26,000 is what I can get with my items in the game. We have a little error here and here, but that's okay. And then you can do all kinds of different things, like you could talk about the unit level. This is also taking pots into account. You can tell it's a force double hand, as you can see down here. There's a lot of stuff below me that you guys can't see because my cam's blocking it. But you can say, like, don't use TMRs, or use TMRs, but don't use STMRs. Don't use unreleased items. He even has it updated with JP stuff in it. It's absolutely insane. All kinds of different ways you can use it. But one of the things I want to talk about, this is just for general use, for you guys out there. If you guys want to build units in the future, this is an amazing, I don't know where I would be without the FFBE builder, let's put it that way. But, you know, there is something else you guys may want to know. Like, instead of what we had in the past, was we would have to manually type in, be like, I have Wilhelm 7-star, I have this unit, blah, blah, blah. I have this many pots on them, I have this item, I have this item. And you can do that. You can just go to my inventory or my units here at the top and type those in, my espers, and put everything in. Or you can go over here to this Reddit post, which is linked down in the description below, okay, guys? This is from Ligard, okay? Officially from him, the creator of the site. And you'll read over this. Essentially what this tool does, and it's open source, totally trustworthy. Everybody that I've talked to trusts this, okay? There's a disclaimer here that I want to go over, and I want to read it out loud. What we did is a software that will connect to the game by making a server think it is a legit game client. It can be considered as unofficial third-party program by Gumi, and using it against the term of service of FFBE. Using it could get your account banned. That's the minus side of using this. On the plus side, this technique has been used for a long time by various people. For instance, the data mining that Ligard uses as a source for FFBE equipped data uses this means, and no account was banned because of that. Lastly, this program is reading your unit list and inventory. It doesn't modify anything. It doesn't get any of your intel. It doesn't get any of your passwords. It doesn't get anything. It is literally just going into FFBE, reading the list of your units and your equipment, and then you can export that, okay? So what you're going to do here, again, so I did it. I will say I did it. You don't have to do it. I wouldn't do it for the longest time. It's been out for a while. I remember Cooley and I going back and forth. I'm like, I'm really scared. I wasn't scared of Gumi banning. I mean, that would suck if they did, but they'd be really shitty if they did that. But hey, but what I was more scared of is like, I don't, it's not that I don't trust Ligard. It's just like, I didn't know exactly how it worked. And so I had somebody who understood it better, was like, hey, dude, this is not doing anything. It's open source. We can see everything it does. It's not breaking into your Facebook and stealing your FBE account or reading your messages. It literally only does this one thing. So essentially what you guys have to have is a Chrome browser. You get a little add-on. You'll log into your Facebook account. Once you're on your Facebook, you can read all through this, but I'll go through it. Once you're on your Facebook account, you'll see a little Chrome add-on in the top right. You'll click on that. It'll say export data. You'll click that. It'll look like, you know when you log into FFB where it shows your Facebook at the bottom and it's like, okay, you're logging in. It'll do that, and then it'll say exporting data. It'll take like 20, 30 seconds, and then it'll ask you if you want to download your unit list and your item list. So you want to do both of those. After you've gotten both of those, you want to head over here and just go to My Inventory, right? You'll click on one of these two things. You'll go to My Inventory or My Units, because you'll have a data, like a file that'll be for my units and my items. Now, again, guys, while this loads up, it will take a little bit. I can understand where you're like, I'm not doing that. That's why you have the option to manually input all of your items. If you are scared like I was, if you don't mind putting the time, you can do that. Ligard had that as an option before. All you gotta do is here is you can export your inventory. I'm sorry, guys. My throat is killing me. I'm so sorry about that. Or import inventory. You're gonna click that, take that file, put it in. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna load in all your inventory, all of it. It's got my dagger. It's got what I got from the item world. It's got every single item I have in the game put in here. You can do the same for units, okay? And that's gonna allow you guys to then use the part I'm talking about next. And that will help you guys with any build. Because what I was having struggles with before I input my own stuff is I'd be like, okay, build Esther with most attack. Like, get her, or LB. I want her to do as much LB damage, because that's an option. You can choose actual specific abilities to do the most damage with. This thing is actually insane. Again, it gets so in-depth. But I was having trouble because, essentially, it would start putting in items that I didn't have, and I'd constantly have to do that thing where I'd say, no, build, no, build, no, build. And this way, it doesn't do that. This way, it only takes from my items. It uses my best items, because in some cases, maybe Crescent Rod's the best, but because I have, let's say, another rod that has a great stats from item world, that rod is actually the best. So you see what I'm saying? So again, I understand if you're scared. The Reddit link is below if you would like to use it. Completely unofficial, so everything in here is unofficial. None of this is official. The builder's not going to hurt you, right? If you input it directly, it's never going to hurt your account. It has no connection to your account. Anyway, so now we're talking about parameter missions. And one of the cool things that Lightguard did, which was absolutely insane, is he put parameter challenges on here. So if you click on this, you can see all of the different parameter challenges. So you can see the top ones that are really, you know, harder to hit. And then you can see the ones that are below, which are a bit easier to hit for people in the beginning, and then they can slowly work their way up. So for example, let's say I want to attack 1650. I can go over here and I can go to all rainbow units. So that's what I would do. And if you look here, it says units will be assumed to be fully leveled, fully potted, with relevant abilities enhanced, meaning that when they do calculate this, if you don't put in your own unit, I guess, your own units, it will assume that you fully potted up that stat. Obviously, you're going to need that. You've enhanced anything that will put up the attack stat, let's say. And then right above me here, you can see include easily obtainable items for chest and recipes. So these are easily obtainable items you can get in the game. Include items sold by the Chocobo vendors. So let's say you don't have an item in the Chocobo vendor, but it is there. It will put that in there so you guys can use it. Include TMR's own units not farmed yet. So for example, if you're like in there and you're trying to mess around with your equipment and you're like, I can't hit that 1650, I don't know why. This thing will literally go in and be like, well, it's because you don't have Nyx's TMR farmed. I mean, I'm just naming a unit. And if you farm Nyx's TMR and put it in there, boom, 1650 attack. That's how smart this program is. It's absolutely insane. It also has include trial rewards not acquired yet. So these are all ways for you guys to go in and see, you know, okay, oh yeah, that item, I forgot that was in a trial. That will help me get my MP challenge. Let's do it. Use this, guys. It's insane, okay? So we're going to click Find a Way. And what it does is it goes through, picks a unit, picks some of the equipment that I have, throws it on there, throws on the Esper, and shows me, look, I'm hitting this without even needing this, but that's because, you know, I'm a well. But as you can see, it builds it real quick. It shows you what example you have. Let's take a look at this. The highest defense one, right? You're thinking, big tanky Wilhelm. You're thinking, Siegfried, right? You're thinking something crazy, or whatever. And we call it Warrior Light or something. We go Find a Way. Nope, it's Liquid Metal Slime, which a lot of people have out there, with 2 items on it and an Esper. Boom. So it does find really weirdo ways. Like, for example, okay, so I went to only 7-star units, and then I went to MP, right? And I wanted to do the big MP one. I was like, that's the one I'm kind of struggling with, trying to get it in, calculate in my head. And it goes through, and it's like, Claic, I don't want to break this to you, you well spender, but we ain't gonna find something. Sorry, the conditions couldn't be met. And I was like, ooh, that is tough for me, man. That hurt my heart. But then if I go and I go to all rainbow units, right, and I go to Find a Way, I don't have Focus 7-star yet. And what this is telling me is, as long as I get Focus to 7-star and I put these items on her, boom, there's my thing. So it helped me. It actually helped me find a way to do it. So I can't thank Lightguard enough for this. I'm hoping this helps you guys get them, because the parameter mission is going to give you some good items. I mean, there are some great items in there. You guys can check them out. I hope this guys helps you with beating the parameter missions. And again, if you're not hitting them just yet, don't worry too much. You'll eventually get there. They're there forever. They're not disappearing. You'll be able to get there for as much as you want. And one last thing I want to talk about is the ability to give back to Lightguard for all the hard work he's done here. He has a Patreon, which is essentially where you can give so much a month for him to continue working on this. He updates it every day. Every update. He puts everything you can in here. He does everything he can to fix this. There is at the bottom here, you can buy him a coffee. You can become a Patreon. I'm sure that he has his own Discord and things like that. I can't thank him enough. If you guys want to throw him $1 or $2 or something just to thank him for all his hard work, he does it for free. And this right here is probably, I would say, more important than anything. It's like the wiki, and then it comes FFBeequip for me when it comes to playing FFBE as a game. So if you can find it, a little bit of spare change to throw his way for all the hard work he does. If not, that's okay. It's free to use, so you don't have to worry about that. But that's just something I want to throw out there. Guys, I hope this video helped you out with parameter missions. I hope you guys get strong and put them liquid slimes on there to get that defense up. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you completed them all, if there's some more that you're struggling with. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.